Hi, it's Jo from Minerva. Today we're going to have a look at some crepe fabrics and we're going to look at how we can use them for special occasion wear. Crepe fabrics are suitable for lots of different garments depending on the weight that you pick. So although you might search for crepe and choose something that's the right colour or the right pattern, it really is the hand and the weight of the fabric which will determine whether you get a successful project. Crepe is particularly suitable for special occasion wear because it doesn't crease and you'll get that flowing and draping quality which you won't get with other fabrics. You will also get in some cases a slight texture or a shine or a luster which also looks good on special occasion wear, and also it's good for mixing with other fabrics. So if you want to have something with a chiffon top, then a crepe works really well underneath. If you want to have a lace on top, a crepe works well against your skin. So it's a really good mix of fabric too. Crepe can be quite tricky to cut out. It's often slippy, particularly on the wrong side. So make sure you have the right tools for the job before you start. So make sure you've got some really sharp scissors, especially if you're cutting out on the floor, because if the fabric lifts up from the floor slightly and you start cutting, the fabric will slip against the wrong side. If you've got quite a textured crepe, you can fold it right sides together and that should give you a little bit of traction, and sometimes that's a little cutting tip that helps to stop the fabric slipping. If you've got the space and you've got the cutting mats, then a rotary cutter is also a really good way of cutting out crepe. The first fabric I'm going to show you is a soft touch crepe, and it does exactly what it says. It is soft touch and it is crepe. It's quite transparent, so it's really ideal for tops and blouses. It's such a budget fabric. It's not very expensive at all, and it comes in a whopping 82 different colours. There's so many colours to choose from, and you can see it does make really good blouses. Here's a patina blouse by Friday Pattern Company. And you can see it makes a really lovely blouse because it has got a slight sheen to it, but it could also be used as a lining, or it could be used as an under fabric if you put lace on top, or if you put chiffon on top, or if you had dresses that have a solid part here and then lace over the shoulders. You could double it up, so you could have some on the outside and you could use the lining for the inside. It's a really versatile fabric, and the pattern that I've chosen is Simplicity 8606 because this skirt with that little swish around the bottom would be perfect. It would be so light for summer, and you could pack that in a suitcase and it wouldn't need ironing. You'd get it out the other end and swish off into the sunset. So that's Simplicity 8606 with our budget soft touch crepe. Although lots of crepes feel silky, my next one is actually 100% silk. So this is a Liberty Crepe de Chine, and you can see the sort of shine of the silk on there. It's a lightweight fabric. This one's called Malachite. It's a sort of tealy green. It's 53 inches wide and it's light, so it's suitable for blouses and tops. You can probably see me through it a little bit, so you'll see that it's really for a garment on the top. If you wanted this to be part of a skirt, then you would need to line it because it is a little bit transparent. It's absolutely beautiful. It's expensive, but if you're making special occasion wear, then this is your time to choose 100% silk. And because it's good for tops, I've chosen New Look 6662, which is a sleeveless top with a tie, but the tie just doesn't come from the waist, it comes from the shoulder. So it comes from the top down and across. So you'll see it there, look on the picture. And the trousers also come with this pattern, so they would be good in a polyester crepe, a heavier one. A triple crepe would be great, something heavy and drapey so that you get a completely floating outfit. If you are thinking of making trousers, then you can also get a wool crepe. So that's a much heavier weight crepe. Absolutely perfect for jackets, trousers, skirts. It feels like the best quality skirt that you would find. It's got a bubble crepe texture, so not a shiny texture, quite a matte finish. And it would be beautiful for the previous pair of trousers and for the trousers that I'm going to show you here, which is Vogue 9282. They've got a little bit of detail on there. If you're good at making trousers, then those are an interesting pair. They've got buttons at the front like a sort of sailor style, and you can have buttons at the bottom, or you can choose to just have the wide leg trousers. That comes in size 6 to 22 and would be perfect with wool crepe. This wool crepe comes in 19 different colours and it's 100% wool. I don't know how it's 100% wool. It doesn't at all feel like wool. It definitely feels like crepe, like the best quality crepe that you could get. It's expensive, but it would make a beautiful mother of the bride suit or jacket as well. That's another good choice. It's medium to heavyweight and it's 59 inches wide. This one is called Royal Blue. If trousers aren't your thing, then maybe you would prefer to wear a dress for a special occasion. Then you can find a crepe that has a little bit more drape and is more in your price bracket. This is moss crepe. So this has a much sort of spongier feel. Still thick, still opaque, but it just feels lighter, but it's got a little bit of spring back and give. And that's because it's got a stretch in it. So you can see there's an amount of stretch there, which is good if you make something with a fitted bodice. You'll have room around the shoulders, you'll have room around the bust and the hips. So a stretch crepe is useful if you're making a dress. This one is a stretch woven moss crepe and it comes in 24 different colours. And it's a polyester and a viscose mix, and it's got 4% elastane, and that's what makes it have that little bit of stretch. And it's classed as medium to heavy, which it is. It's got a really nice weight to it. It's not light and floaty. It's heavy and drapey. It's a lovely feel. So I've chosen to pair that with the Magnolia dress by Deer and Doe. Either of those views would look great, but the long one would look particularly gorgeous. Actually, as a bridesmaid's dress, it looks very good. And even in this crepe, it would look really, really beautiful as a winter bridesmaid's dress. If dresses aren't your thing, then you could also try the Sirocco jumpsuit. Now, this does ask for quite a fabric that has quite a high stretch recovery, but I have seen people make it in crepe that's got an amount of stretching so that you can take it on and off. There's a really nice example here. And that's using a crepe. So both of these patterns by Deer and Doe would work equally as well with a moss crepe, especially with that little element of stretch. I love Atelier brunette fabrics. This is their 100% viscose crepe. You can see it's got that sort of slight sheen on it. And it feels light and floaty, but it's not see-through. So when you wear it, even on the bottom half of the garment, it's not see-through. It is just very light and fluid. This one comes in 22 different colours. It's 55 inches wide. And this is perfect for a wrap dress. Anything where you're getting a sort of bunch or a gather you would get a real fine gather in that, where it wouldn't stick out, it would just make a really good feature. You can see it there, look. And the patterns I've chosen for this are indeed a wrap dress. This is by Cashmerette. This is the Rose Clare dress. It's got quite a full sleeve on it as well. So this brunette fabric that I'm wearing and the one that I'm showing you here, because it's got a lovely fluidity, then you get a really nice gathered top on a sleeve and a full sleeve without it wearing you. You're wearing the dress still. That comes in tiers as well. So you get all the gathers on the tier here, and you'd get a really nice wrap around the front. So that's perfect for a wrap dress. And talking of gathers, this is a really popular pattern. This is McCall's 7969. And again, that's got the large bloused sleeve and tiers with that little wrap front. That one's got a fixed wrap front on it, like a faux wrap front. And both of those would be perfect with the Italia brunette viscose crepe. My next fabric is from John Caldor, and this is a charcoal colour. It's very subtle grey, very nice. And this one has the same sort of hand as the moss crepe. It's got a little bit of give, it's a little bit spongy, it doesn't crease at all, and it's described as medium and heavy. So this John Caldor one is called Lugano, would make any of the trousers that I've shown you, the Vogue trousers or the trousers from the first pattern. It would make the wrap dresses, in fact, but it's just not got that sort of drape that the other one had. It's much better for a structured item. So if that sort of oversized tiered look is not your look, you look for something a little bit neater and nipped in, then take a look at Simplicity 9176. It's got a real sort of vintage vibe, I think, and you can make it with sleeves or sleeveless and accessorize with a belt. That one comes in sizes, European sizes 10 to 28, and it would look really neat and crisp in this Lugano. Lugano doesn't come in many colours. It comes in 6 dark base colours, so it's a very sort of although we're looking at a special occasion wear, maybe if you're going to take the effort to make a pattern that's a little complex, then you'll want something that you can wear with lots of other things. This one is 57 inches wide and it's 100% polyester, and I'm pairing it with Simplicity 9176. My next few pattern choices are very much more special occasion, and I've saved some of my favourite fabrics till last. This is a textured woven crepe. Now it's very delicate and it has quite a texture to it. You'll see that on the stills photo in a minute. And this one is see-through, so even if you wear it against your skin, you'll see that sort of pink through it. You definitely see your underwear through it. So this is a fabric that will absolutely need lining. It's 98% polyester and 2% spandex, which will give you that little bit of give, and that way as well. But because of the texture, you can make quite a simple dress with it and have that overall texture. And the pattern that I've chosen is Vogue 1544, and I've chosen this because it includes lining, so the instructions include lining, so you're not trying to make the fabric fit the pattern and have to line it. It is a lined pattern, and because of that draping back collar, you can use this on its own and it can be really, really delicate. It's a lovely shape. It's a sort of shift dress with sophistication, and it comes in sizes 6 to 22. And this fabric would be perfect for it. It comes in 23 muted tones, so it's quite a pastel palette. So it would make a really nice wedding dress or mother of the bride, or actually it would make really funky bridesmaids if you all had those shift dresses on. It'd be really lovely, a little bit 1960s, I think. So I've chosen this textured woven crepe with Vogue 1544. The next fabric also has that beautiful draping quality. Of course they all have. This one is one of the budget ones, but it doesn't feel it at all. It's got a really smooth hand. It's like microfiber soft crepe. The colour is lovely. This is magenta. It comes in 22 different colours, so you've got a lot of choice of colours there. And it's really, really smooth. It's 59 inches wide, and it says it's lightweight, but it's lightweight in its fluidity, but compared to the last one, I would say the last one is a lot lighter than this. It's just really soft. It's sort of a bit moly. Feels like a mole. And it would be perfect for a dress with a drape. And this is Vogue 1675. So again, if you're looking for a more structured special occasion dress, less of the tiers and the big balloon sleeves, that's a really nice silhouette. Comes in sizes 6 to 22. And again, that one has lining included in the instructions. So although this is not transparent, it's quite opaque, you'll get a really special occasion dress if you line this fabric. So that is sienna crepe, lightweight, and I'm going to pair that with Vogue 1675. This next fabric is called triple crepe, and it's a medium to heavy crepe, so it's perfect for all the trouser patterns that I've shown you today. Not for the Sirocco jumpsuit because it's got no stretch in it, so you wouldn't be able to get it on and off very easily, but it would make beautiful wedding wear. It's got that real quality to it, really sophisticated. It's 57 inches wide. It comes in 36 colours, so you've got a lot of choice there. And it's heavy, you know, that would make a jacket, or like a bolero jacket, or a small jacket to go over the top of a patterned crepe dress. So you could mix your crepes. You could have a floral, John Caldor floral dress, and then have this as your jacket. It would make the trousers from the first pattern that I showed you with the pink top and the white trousers. And I'm pairing it with Butterick 6130. Now, I've made this jumpsuit and it's so comfortable to wear. You can do it as a dress as well, but the jumpsuit is lovely. It's got a sort of cowl neck, and it's got a lot of options for fitting. So you can change the waist depth, you can move the waist, you can change the pleats for the bust here. So it's got bust pleats, and that's what gives you the shape. And it would make a really swooshy jumpsuit, an evening wear jumpsuit. That's triple crepe. My last fabric and pattern has the same feel as the previous fabric, just a price point really for you to check out. This is a polyester viscose crepe, so it's just got a little more drape than the previous one, so this would work for the previous pattern as well, and that was called triple crepe. And this one is called polyester viscose crepe, but it is a heavy weight, so again this would do shift dresses, all of the trousers, suit jackets. It's not a gathering one. Your dress would be so heavy, so the McCall's pattern wouldn't be ideal in this, because by the time you've got a balloon sleeve and a gathered waist, the dress would be falling off you. But it's beautiful for suits and skirts, shift dresses, and any sort of bottom half items. And my final hurrah is a Vogue 1620, where that's a real tailored jacket and trousers. They're really high-waisted trousers, look. So you've got high-waisted trousers, the sort of evening dinner jacket, and then there's a shell top there as well, which you could use one of the lighter crepes for. But for the trousers and the jacket, this polyester crepe is absolutely beautiful. It has a little bit of spandex in it as well, which is great for fitting trousers, but it would be ideal if you're looking to make an evening suit. I hope you've enjoyed that look through some of our crepe fabrics. Some of those fabrics can be used just as easily for everyday wear, but I think some of those ones that are triple crepe and the heavy crepe and the wool crepe, they are a more luxurious item, and so they really deserve a pattern that you're going to make really carefully and wear to a special occasion. All of the patterns and fabrics I've used are listed below, so go and have an explore, see what some Minerva makers have been making with these fabrics, check out the weight, you'll be able to see how they gather, what features people have used to really get the most out of crepe. Don't forget to share your makes with us online, so make yourself an account, share what you've made, show us and be really honest in how a fabric has worked for you, because it really does help other people. If you've seen some crepes today that aren't on your sewing list right now, you can use the little flag and click save, and you can put those into a folder called crepe. That wool crepe is beautiful. I don't know when I'll need it, and I don't know when I'll want those trousers, but it is absolutely the right fabric for those trousers, so I'm going to put it in my saves for another time. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.